For this week's project, we're actually going to go out on the internet and we're going to get a whole bunch of jokes. We're going to fill up our list view with the question, and then when we click on one of these questions, for example, what do you call a pile of kittens? You get a mountain. Oh yeah, silly, funny little clean jokes that I thought we could have fun with this week. If you click on this link here, you'll actually see all these jokes right there. We're going to use a library called JSoup, okay? JSoup allows us to go out there and get all of that stuff on that web page, put it in a document, and then create an array of elements, okay, which are all different like paragraphs within that web page, and we can look through those paragraphs and look for questions and answers. To do that, we're going to need this JSoup library. It's a Java library that allows us to do those different things. If you would, right-click on it, save link as, save it to your desktop. I already did, and it's going to be right there when I need it. Also, we're going to be needing a lot of code this week, okay, because we're going to be cutting and pasting a lot of code. So if you take and open up this project document that I created for you right here, in Google Chrome, it actually opens it right up in a window and a tab in there. So that'll work out really well. We're going to use that in a little bit. Let's go ahead and open up Android Studio here. Create a new project. HTML. Jokes like that. Say next, next, and finish. Like that. Once your Gradle's finished, okay, let's go and do the easy things first. Let's go in and put widgets on our activity here, okay? Getting rid of, first of all, this silly little text view that they give you. It says hello world. Click on legacy, and that's where we get our list view, isn't it? Go ahead and grab that. Let's go ahead and call that list view LIST capital VIEW like that, and then go ahead and anchor that to the outsides of our activity like that. Lovely. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our, this is different, our Project Explorer. Usually we use what they call an Android view for that, but we have to get into a libs folder. To do that, we drop down this little arrow here and select Project. Open up HTML Jokes, App, and here's an empty libs folder here. I'm going to right-click on my JSoup, copy it, right-click on my libs folder, paste, and say OK. If I open it up, it's now in there, but the only trouble is it really doesn't know it's a library yet. So I'm going to right-click on that JSoup file there, and you can't see it. You can't see it on the screen, but down below here it says Add as Library. Go ahead and click on Add as Library and say OK. And now it actually can utilize it. Next thing we got to do is we got to give our application permission to go out on the internet. It's a security thing so that, so all of your apps don't just allow incoming and outgoing traffic to the internet. To do that, we have to switch back from our project view to our Android view. Double click on manifest. Now here's where we got to use that document that I gave you on Blackboard, okay? Scroll down, 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 right there. Alter the manifest 1.2.4. Go ahead and copy this code right here if you would. Control C. Slipping back into here again. We're in our manifest. We're going to paste it right there. Okay, once again, to get the manifest, you just double click on this manifest folder here. It'll pop that up. Once again, this gives permission to the application to go out and use the internet if it wishes. Okay, let's switch back to our main activity here. Go back into that document that I gave you. Scroll down a little bit. I gave you a whole bunch of tiny code because inside of this is a whole bunch of stuff. Make sure you don't miss any of these little characters here. Copy that. Switch back again. This is going to go in our main activity.java. Put your cursor right there. hit enter and paste it all in right there. We have to take and import a bunch of stuff here. Scroll all the way to the top where the errors start with this async task. Alt enter, and we got to keep doing this for all of these, and it will import all the stuff we need. Of course, a list doesn't know what that is, doesn't know what list array is until we tell it to import it, and then document. That one's a little different. Make sure you do the org.jsoup.nodes for that one. JSoup, import class, elements, and then also this element in here. That's got to come from your JSoup. Okay, like that, and that takes care of all our little issues. Wonderful. I got two classes that we just basically made it nested classes. We nested inside of our main activity. The first one's called getHTML and extends a superclass called async task. When we go out on the internet, it's going to take a certain amount of time to get all this information and to fill our list arrays, okay? So therefore, we can't just run that all in our onCreate. It won't work because it's going to keep running and stumble over itself and crash. Therefore, we have to use a class that extends async task. Async task gives us the ability to do a pre-execute. In this case, on the pre-execute, we're going to create this little dialog thing that's going to spin, and it's going to say loading your jokes. And it has the ability to do something in the background. This is where we're going to go out there on the internet, get that stuff, put it in a document, do our elements thing and all that, and fill our list arrays with questions and answers. Once that's done, then this post-execute thing's going to happen. Here's where we put all that stuff into a list array adapter and add those to our list view, okay? And then also we're going to put an on-click listener in there. Once again, these won't work if you put them up here, because the thing is that it doesn't wait. It doesn't wait for all that stuff to come off the internet. So therefore, we'll probably end up with an empty list of questions. And when you try to put those into your list, it's just going to crash. It's going to be a little different this week. Okay, let's go back to Blackboard here again to our document. And we're going to take and copy some global variables right here. C. We're going to paste those right up here. And once again, it doesn't know what a list view is. Alt enter. There we go, like that. We're going to make these globals because we're going to use these internally, and I want to be able to create them up here. That way we can share them back and forth between all these different classes and things going on down here. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to copy this code right here. This is going to take and get us going, get our code running here, okay? That's going to go right here in our onCreate method of our main activity. What this does is it's going to take and say, okay, go ahead and run now, okay? And this will take off and do all the work for us. That's all the code we're going to be putting into our onCreate. A little different, huh? Run back to our document again, scroll down a little bit further, and this time we're going to take and this code right here, okay? Control C. We're going to take and we're going to stick that in our right there. Our do in the background. Control V, okay? With that, and I got an extra return null in here. I'll have to fix that in that document. Okay, what this does now is it says, okay, go ahead and create a new instance of this get HTML jokes. That's going to go out there to the internet, pull that stuff, put it in a document, make a list of elements, go through there, and then this get jokes will take in questions, we'll take and fill our list. Right up here, we created that globally right up here, okay? Our list of strings, okay? All this stuff is going to happen in the background, And this on post execute is going to wait for this stuff to get done and for these list arrays to be all filled up. Okay, let's switch back to our code again here. Grab this little bit, create an array adapter. This might seem familiar from last week. Okay, ooh, make sure you get all that code there. I just missed a line. Control C, flip back over here again. This is going to happen after we do this, so we have to put that right. We're going to put it right here. Control V like that. Okay, and once again, array adapter, we got to import right there. Import class like that. Okay, so what that's going to do now is going to take all these list arrays that are filled up with questions and answers, and it's going to take the questions, and it's going to put them in this adapter, and it's going to put that, link that to our list view. Now you could run it at this time. It would run. It will fill up that list view, but we don't have the ability to click anything. One more section of code we're going to copy here. This section right here. This is our listener on. Click listener. Control C. And we're going to paste that right after this adapter here. Okay, like that. Once again, let's take in Alt Enter. And our view, same thing. And our toast, same thing. Import classes for those, and we're off and running. Once again, this is similar. We've done this before. Our list view on click on item, click listener, okay? So we click on something, okay? It will give us which one of those items it is, and then we will take and display that in a toast. Go ahead and run it. It should run. Mine ran. I hope yours did too. Email me if you got issues. Have a good week.